Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a best of three, the first game being on Deadly Fun Archaeology. Playing on the left-hand side as the Demon Hunters, we've got Korn Champ, and playing on the right-hand side as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got the Happening. Happening will be opening up with Quadruple Cultists, a Chaos Armory, and a Plasma Generator, whereas Korn Champ is going to go for Triple Brotherhood Champions, and also, if I can click on it, where are you? A Teleportarum Orbitalis, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is quite exciting. We don't normally see a true blue best of three where both players have basically, from what I can understand, have picked one faction and they're playing it all the way through. So that's pretty neat. So the Cultists grenade launcher opening for the Happening, I imagine. So that's quite cool stuff. And we do have Korn Champ going for the Grey Knight opening for the Demon Hunters. If you're unfamiliar with how the Demon Hunters work, you can either go for the Inquisition path, which is a little bit more Imperial Guard-y with your Stormtroopers and whatnot, or you can go for your Grey Knights, which you open up with these bad boys. Singular champions that go around, quite decent in close combat, but not commanders. They don't have commander armor, they are regular heavy infantry, so not as durable as some other heroes you get in early game. But Grey Knights are a little bit slower to open, you get smaller squads and a little bit more expensive. I mean, look at that, 240 blue and 60 green for one squad. Also free squad cap as well, so very expensive. But once you start getting things on the go, they are quite deadly and dangerous combatants to go up against. Especially, I mean, these poor cultists, I mean, yeah, fair play, the grenades might be able to knock them back, but 1v1, they're not going to be winning anytime soon, especially when these guys get some sort of charge on the go. Also, the Grey Knights are quite amazing against demons as well, so I imagine that we won't be seeing much in the way of pink horrors in these matches. That'll be fine because the Chaos Space Marines in Unification, they've got more options than just pink horrors for their anti-tank stuff. They'll have like a blooming whatchamacallums, Havocs, Vindicators, all that usual good stuff. See what I mean? Just walking up and like, right, okay, what you're deleted now. You no longer exist on this mortal plane. Be gone, young man. Although the Chaos Space Marines have managed to get the listing post on top of here and are now going to upgrade it as well. Of course, that should take a little bit longer than they'd like to kill, but they were focusing on the cultist down there, well, the heretic down there. Heretic also going to place down a heavy bottle turret over here to protect what I seem to cover as much of this as humanly possible. Not sure if we can reach down here, but certainly at least covers the relic. Now, the Grey Knight should be able to shrug off this damage, or even just walk somewhere else. I mean, there we go, there's another target. Let's go over there. Run a little bit faster when they're going towards cultists as well. So we're probably going to need to see a quick tier 2 from the Happening here if he wants to stay in the game. He's got his second Plasma Generator. Are you on tier 2 kind of money? No, at the moment. You've got tier 2 money for green, but you save up that blue if you want to go any higher. Still just capturing all his bits and bobs. Now going to stand around the heavy bottle turret down here. Listing at post, just finishing down on this side. Yeah, I think the idea for these guys is to just run around this heavy bottle turret and hope that it can kill them all. And to be fair, 60 blue and 15 green. Don't really want to lose too many of these guys. Quite expensive, and already losing 2 actually, so quite handedly defended by Happening here. Seeing the Brotherhood Champions coming along over. Brotherhood Champion almost losing all of his health there. Like I said, not very tanky. Even though they are champions, they're not exactly the toughest of boys on anyone's roster. And I forget, the cultists always annoy me, so I'm going to leave them on their side. We've got another got a Purgation squad. Are you the... there's one that's the long-range variant, and one's that... The Interceptors, they're the short-range ones. I think the Purgations are the long-range variants. I remember playing Chaos Gate a while ago, and no matter how many times I played the game, I could never quite remember exactly which type of Grey Knight was specified for which specific kind of role. I just remember that the Justicars looked really cool. Here they come. The cultists, they haven't got that many grenades between them, only 3. Could have 8 if they really wanted to. Could they have 8? Or is it just 2? Oh, they need the heavy weapons upgrades, which I don't think they have at the moment. But tier 2 halfway on the way for Chaos. Korn Champ just chilling out round the backside. Not doing anything too crazy. Could start pressuring I mean, he could have actually finished killing this listing post if he really wanted to, but for some reason he's Really keen on actually killing the individual units here. But I suppose if it's got no army, that's where you get the real damage in. Cultists being slain quite quickly, but they're just keeping their distance. Not even a squad wipe there. One model managing to survive in a unit. This person looking for the upgrade. Can they kill it in time? Well, realistically, they want to kill it just after it's been upgraded, just to waste that money. It doesn't seem like they're going to go for it. Now we've got Interceptors going to chase after those cultists. We've got some more cultists over here, firing some grenades over into these guys. But Listing Post does go down. So yeah, wasted upgrade there. That's a 100... What is it, 100 blue, 75 green? Upgrade? No good. Not an efficient trade there, I'm afraid. The Grey continue. They are continuing. What are we going to get instead then? You must have finished by now. Yes, you have finished. Ah, there we go. Going to go for that big green pizza. Is it going to be a Vindicator? It's probably going to be a Vindicator, isn't it? That's Unification Chaos right there, baby. Yeah, straight away. It's very cheap. Very nice. Vehicle cap increase and the Fawn Princess. Yep, if you're going up against heavy infantry, Vindicator and Fawn Princess, that is just as standard can be. Don't really have a better combination for the Chaos Space Marine roster than those two units.
There was no denying.
And these cultists, you know, sticking to it. They've yet to be killed. Now going to transition towards getting those plasma guns. So will help them against the heavy armour of the Grey Knights. Grey Knights finally managing to take this down and decap it. It's taken them a long time, though, to get any sort of major harassment down there. There we go, the Vindicator. Bright green. Could do all of those, what you call them? The green screen thing. We're able to put patterns on something. Oh, dear. And even slowing them down just a little bit by the looks of things. So yeah, no, this whole Grey Knight composition needs to be sent back to the drawing board. Needs to be sent back to doing something or anything else. Let's see a Grey Knight Librarian Terminator and a Lord Inquisitor Command Squad. All nice and stuff, but we need something, just a little bit of anti-vehicle to be able to take on that Vindicator. They're remarkably weak in the health department. You can kill them quite quickly, and it doesn't take much to kill a Vindicator. Oh, God Lord, that was 2 dead in that one. And soon to be 3. Yeah, no good. It's quite common that you see whenever a Vindicator's on the field, everyone just forgets. It's like, oh yeah, that's a tank. I can just leave my infantry knocking around in front of it. And that's not the case. Not the case at all. When you see a Vindicator, red warning signals need to come out and say, right, these guys need to leave, because this will kill all of this very, very quickly. You need to get them out as soon as possible. And don't get me wrong, like a Grey Knight Terminator, that's cool. Lord Inquisitor Command Squad, that's cool too, but... Oh, there we go, the Command Squad is going to get some melter guns. Still risky there. Infantry with anti-vehicle stuff sounds like a good idea as well, but the Vindicator is able to usually kill the anti-vehicle infantry a lot quicker than they can kill it. The Iconoclast Zealots are out in force. If anything, they're just distracting these guys while the Vindicator does its business. These guys are going to move forward, but there we go. One melter gun already been killed. Second melter gun being tied up by the Zealots. Fawn Princess also just jumping straight in. But only takes a couple of shots from those melter guns. Already half health. Iconoclast Zealots taking a bit of a beating there. It does seem that the Vindicator has overstayed his welcome. It was a very sloppy engagement from both players there, but hey, you know what? If it gets the results, gets the results. Fawn Princess still knocking around. Getting some spins in there. Jumping around like a harlequin of some description. Grey Knight Terminator. Have we seen the Grey Knight Terminator on the channel before? I can't quite remember. Oh no, we have. I remember the books. Always ready to learn. Always ready to grow and stuff. Very nice model. Oh, we're in the distance. There comes a Defiler. Although now that the Lord Inquisitor is going to go for exclusively bodyguards with melter guns, he should be alright against this. Not unless, of course, they go for a massive Defilers. I mean, Defilers and Chaos Cultists with rough grenade launchers, that's the old vanilla strat, really, isn't it? But I suppose a lot of the vanilla factions in this game can still kind of use the same kind of openings and build orders, can't they? You'll see tier 3, second Chaos Vindicator out. And more Brotherhood champions, Purgator squads, all the usual stuff. So an Architect comes over to see if he can repair some stuff. Pushing far forward. Librarian, I imagine, has given them some sort of buffs to get blown up by a flanking. Is that flanking? Oh, no, that's just cultists are now infiltrated. Defiler goes down. Lord Inquisitor still got a fairly good amount of melter guns on the go. There we go, a couple of shots. Basically negates the whole damn thing. How useful is that? I will need some detection. Though I do believe the Librarian grants detection. So they will be able to see those cultists. Iconoclast falling thick and fast. Once you get that Grey Knight ball, you don't need that many Grey Knights to actually pose like a really intimidating force. Don't need that many. But we do have a lot of Chaos Cultists. With a grand total of... is that just four? 4 plasma guns. 2 plasma guns. And a grenade just to show them the door on the way out. Yeah, quite handily taken out there. But still surviving. Still surviving, very impressive. You're seeing a Havoc Marine squad. In fact, I've already got 1 Havoc Marine squad out, so it looks like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Psy Cannon, that's anti-heavy infantry? Or was that just regular infantry? Either way, these guys are going to do better than the Vindicators now. I mean, it might make sense to get a Defiler in there, just in the back lines for artillery to knock them over. But this sheer amount of Havocs absolutely wiping out those Grey Knights. Librarian Terminator unable to be seen underneath all that fire. That's a beautiful fire effect on that Razorback. Razorback not doing all that much in that engagement. And yeah, the Grey Knights looking quite strong then, but then it's been instantly wiped out by what, a grand total of 12 big guns. Got some missile launchers in there. Just in case they decide to transition to vehicles, which is probably the best idea for them. A Voidhammer pattern Razorback. A couple of Purgator squads. We'll really need to make use of those grenades against these Havocs. Anything to just kind of prevent them from getting a severe amount of firepower off on the go. But it's going to be a close one, this. This is a lot to deal with. Unless the Grey Knights can build up an army of equivalent size, they are going to have to pull something special out of the bag. Razorback, not sure if the Razorback is going to do much for them with the missile launchers on the way. It might have been better to go for like a Dreadnought or something. Something that you can just summon and then chase around things while also resisting all the damage. Oh, we've got some hover squads. Beautiful green boys. Wouldn't normally see demons being used against demon hunters, but they are relatively cheap, all things considered. And maybe, I think that the Havoc's also have a minimum of, a maximum of 2 that can be summoned on the field at any given time. There we go, taking out his listing post finally. Going to see a Psy Cannon coming out for the Purgator squads as well. The Iconoclast Zealots. Yeah, okay, it's fair enough that they've taken out this listing post over here, but they've also lost 2 down here, also about to lose their Relic as well. Bearing in mind as well that the Chaos Space Marines, they are on tier 3. I'm not sure what tier the Inquisitors are on at the moment. We'll see a Hell Talon and a Chaos Rhino transport. Oh, we've already got a Hell Talon over here. Good counter against the Razorbacks. Both Razorbacks being killed more or less straight away. Also, these Helltowns will be quite useful against avoiding the bodyguards, although the bodyguards have not been re-gotten, so currently the Grey Knights do not have any anti-vehicle stuff on the go. These guys will just be fired at from on high. Helltowns, though, they are aircraft, so light arms fire, or small arms fire, should we say, can still do a fair amount of damage. We've got the Possessed Squad coming on in. Librarian activating the Librarian's buff for the boys around him. Going to keep him nice and safe, relatively speaking. Possessed Marines go down quick as they can. But the AoE poison damage from the Helltowns, I do believe that they've gone for their poison damage. You can tell by the occasional dustbin that they throw out at people. Or was that the Possessed Marines? I'm not sure, but either way, Helltown goes down. Another one on the way out, but we have a lot of Zealots being chased around by the Razorbacks, which the Razorbacks are just doing sweet nothing. They are doing less than nothing, really. Probably be warier to invest in literally anything else. Purgators slowly taking out this Hell talent. But even against the Zealots, they're not doing that much of a good job. How those Razorbacks. Havoc Marines now going to hide around in the Chaos Rhino, so we'll be able to easily snipe out any Razorbacks that they see. The Grey Knights over here, they're going to come back and see if they can defend their base. Quickly bringing them down to the lowest of helves. For them to just turn their attention and mowing down Grey Knights left, right and centre. Even the boy in the Terminator armor is going to struggle a little bit with this amount of incoming fire. But a couple of grenades coming in. Morale being broken. They fall back, regain some numbers, come back in. But they just don't have enough to fall back to follow up with. They were just about to break through those Havoc's then, but they just did not have enough in the way of units to come up with. They can't really buy much now that they've lost most of their economy. I mean, what, this... Yeah, it's currently 59 and 49 compared to 146 and 65. We've also got something hiding away in the Demon Pit. It's never usually a good sign. Lord Inquisitor being killed by some angry ladies. Oh, you've got a nice voice actor, haven't you?
No monsters, no emperors.
I like that. That is a good voice. I want that voice to read me a bedtime story. Yeah, she's going to come around, and there's... I mean, anyone who comes out of the base now, any kind of unit that's been recruited from these production buildings here, can instantly be sniped out by these ladies. But actually, in saying that, they're just going to be chased away. Because all the other stuff is down here chilling out. Oh, they're going to regain their numbers first. I'll just get a Obliterator squad in there. Right, so these ladies are just basically running distraction for these guys at the moment. Fair enough. That makes total sense. Renat's going to recapture some of their bits and bobs. Hopefully before it's all too late.
I'm listening.
Oh, bless them. I quite like how these two guys are a little bit far behind. It's like, oh, we can't quite get past this Razorback. Keeps on blowing his fire in the face, but man, these guys managing to save the day. Now, what's the plan? Grey Knight man, there's a Hades Diabolus on the way. Big stonking Chaos Land Raider. They've not got much on the field. But yeah, they haven't really been able to afford anything else. Especially after losing their vehicle production building. Oh, we've got Possessed Marines in those. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. A tide of green. And just murder and madness everywhere. Grey Knights, not designed for this kind of combat engagement. Korn Champ, says G&G. Happening, reciprocates as well. Yeah, so, interesting opening for the Grey Knights in the sense that they had the option of killing this, and then they didn't, so they could have got an early economic advantage, and really just kind of it was weird. There was no real, like, objective for the Grey Knights in the early game. If they killed this and captured it, came down here and saw, oh, the heavy bolter turret is knocking around. Maybe rather than hanging around and killing things, we should just like start from like this side upwards and start killing the more further away listing posts. That might have been the idea, or even just like focusing on the capturing the critical locations just to get any kind of economic advantage. I think that would benefit them a lot more, as the Grey Knights do seem to be, from my personal experience and from what I've seen, start off a little bit slower, and they really shine in the late game, so they do need that really strong economy in the early game to build up on. But hey, we'll see how things go in the next game. So game number 2 is on Fata Morgau. We've got it happening on the northern side, and we've got Korn Champ on the southern side. It'll be interesting to see how these players switch up their strategies, or whether they just stick to their guns. At the moment, Korn Champ is still going for that Grey Knight opening of triple Brotherhood champions into an Orbitalium, Temporialium, Latin building, whatever you call that. Whereas happening, you're going to go for triple cultists and a Chaos Temple, which is interesting. What? Is it Raptors to help capture? I mean, there are a lot of points to capture on Fata Morgau, so yeah, he's going to go for double Raptors. Is it to maybe for the decapping reasons? I suppose Brotherhood champions are going to struggle against a squad of Raptors, considering that there's just one of them, as opposed to Raptors that spawn with a grand total of 4 models in a pack. The Teleportarium has been finished, so we shall see if the Raptors are going to be played in an aggressive manner, which kind of makes sense. It's what you would want your Raptors to do. Also have to apologise, by the by, for yesterday not uploading a video. Life got in the way. The roof started leaking from the light socket, so I was like, oh dear, best focus on that rather than do a cast today. But hey ho, all will be well once it stops raining in England. It's a big ask, if you ask me. Yeah, everyone just capturing their bits and bobs, the nearest and dearest, nothing too crazy. First Raptor squad on the way out. All seeing the heavy bottle turret being placed smack bang in the middle here, as is super duper standard on this kind of map. A squad of Grey Knight Purgators coming out, which not sure if the Purgators are going to be the best choice against the Raptors, but then again, Mr. Man on the South does not know that the Raptors are coming out. He might just be expecting the cultist grenades again. There we go, just running straight in, and does not take many swipes to really do some damage to Brotherhood champion. Absolutely needs to join a squad if he wants to stay nice and safe. But again, that being said, the Raptors aren't exactly the tankiest people neither. So it's like glass cannon versus glass cannons. Except that the Purgators are a lot more stable. And actually, Raptors being slapped down hard. Not doing a great job at all. You get a second squad in there. Maybe the solution here is just more Raptors. I don't know. Don't know about that. If that was happening and I saw that happen, pardon the pun, I just think, right, you know what, cut my losses. I mean, try and get this down, yeah, fair play. Avoid any kind of hardcore combat, but not even really succeeded. I mean, it's denying some bits for a little while, so that's something, but you're not going to get much more with those Raptors, I reckon. Not today, at the very least. Let's get them on critical location capping duty. Anything else going on? Just listing post being popped up and popped around. But putting a lot of money into those Raptors, that will give the Grey Knights a good window to come in. And at the moment, Happening's got no units that can really contend with a squad of Purgators and a Brotherhood champion working in tandem. Also got a second squad coming out as well, which is good. I like it. Season opening. Looks like, okay, this squad's working out really well for us. Let's get a second one, just for the good times and the fun times. At the moment, yeah, it seems like the Happening's not gone for any plasma generators neither. So, I was implying that was going to be a bit of a rush build. But, the problem with a rush build is that if you fail with it, you're going to transition into a regular build. You are going to be behind your opponent for quite some time. Perhaps he's going to come around the southern side, see if they can scare him away. Like Chaos Lord coming out, not a bad choice. We'll be able to go toe-to-toe in close combat with these guys. But look how quickly The Grey Knights just melt away the health of a squad of Raptors. Not a bad situation for them at all. Smiting the Imperium's furs left and right. We have another squad of Pegasus over on this side. Happening, gone for one plasma generator. We'll try and go for a second. Currently powerless to stop the Grey Knights from doing anything at all. We have tier 2 on the way. So yeah. What was it? 79 and 10 compared to 74 and 20, so not a major economic advantage, but soon we'll have the tech advantage. Gone for Incinerator. Hopefully will help them against the buildings. The Chaos Lord has come out. Might be able to turn the tide, especially when he's been supported by these Raptors. He's angry, he's lean, he's mean. He's also dressed in green. We're getting a decap on that strategic point over there. Not a terrible time for the Grey Knights at all. Chaos Lord falling a bit behind in the movement department as well. Not really keeping up for these speedy boys. There we go, the Raptors fall back. And that gives the Chaos Space Replay a little bit of breathing room. Grey Knights don't have to start spending their money. Even if it's just on rubbish. Rather you spend your money on rubbish than not spend your money at all. But then again, you are lacking a lot of green money, so your tier 2 stuff is going to be held back quite a lot. Gone for a third. Is that a third Pegasus squad? Is that just a second, the same second one? Yeah, same second one. I think. Oh no, it's a third one. Never mind, mate. Never mind, mate. Double Raptors. One. Oh no, with two being come out of position potentially. Chaos Lord going to come over onto this side. Chaos Cultists from the north. But no, Chaos Armies. They can't really get any weapons that are decent against the Grey Knights. Just surprised that the Raptors are still going. You'd think we'd be beginning to transition away from those guys, but I suppose it's better than having nothing. Chaos Lord there, certainly ripping out faces where he finds them. Just a couple of swipes is all it takes to take out the model of Grey Knights. But beaten back all the same. The numbers are increasing. Tier 2 just about to finish. And if I was a betting man, you'll never guess which vehicle would be really good against a massive infantry like this. I'll let you guess. I'll let you stay in anticipation. But if you watched the previous game, if you were awake for that, you might have an inkling. Will we have some anti-vehicle stuff on the way there from these guys? No, it does not look like it. Looks like that Korn champ has just settled on the teleportarium. Just stick with it. Forever and ever, amen. Who needs tier 2 units while you're in tier 2? Just amass the small arms fire. Kill everything that you can. This has been finished by the looks of things. Do you have the money for it? Almost. Just ever so close to getting that money out. There we go. We'll get that vehicle cap increase in there as well. Might potentially kill it before it actually comes out there. And even if it does come out, these guys should be able to, with the sheer amount of firepower that they've got at the moment, be able to at least do a significant amount of damage to it. Raptors are going to keep those guys on the move there. Twist around. They're going to walk all the way back home at the moment. I mean, they don't have to, so you don't have to run all these guys back home. You can just run a couple of these guys around and have a couple of others stay stationed and shoot the melee people. But But no, they are really scared. And they can now turn around and kill... Yeah, I think it's just a lack of micro from Korn Champ here. If he took all 3 of his squads, sent one over this way, one over that way, one over that way, and just made him shoot everything, that would have been a whole different kettle of fish there. Would have probably just wiped out that entire army. The Chaos Vindicator, he's out. To see the sunshine once more. Like I say, against heavy infantry, there's no better kind of vehicle to have from the perspective of a Chaos Space Marine player. It takes a couple of shots to cause some serious issues. However, if the Grey Knights there, we get a Stormhawk Interceptor aircraft. Didn't even think about aircraft in the last game, but yeah, aircraft is always a solid idea against the Vindicator because it can't fire upwards, you see. It's quite vulnerable to anything high in the sky. Also things high... I mean, Vindicators are normally in the back lines of a fighting force, so aircraft are able to get those flanking manoeuvres in quite nicely. There we go, it's going to come straight on top of him, actually. It doesn't take long to crack through him. One Granite Pergator also going to try and help. But there we go. It's dead. Defiler's soon to be dead as well. Or maybe not. I suppose Stormhawk is focusing more on the Desperate Stronghold for reasons. And the Helltown. Helltown will probably be able to take on the Stormhawk Interceptor, I imagine. I think so, anyway. We're about to find out, aren't we? But everything's dying. Grey Knight's still a sizable amount at the moment. Machine Cult being killed. And yeah, it was a good effort. But I don't think the Raptors were the ideal thing against the Grey Knights. It was worth a try, certainly, especially since the decapping potential there. I mean, they were able to decap over here and almost decap over onto this side, which could have set the Grey Knights back a fair bit. Like I say, with the Grey Knights, they are slow starting, so they need to make sure their economy builds up as soon as possible. So the Raptors certainly a good idea, but the moment we saw that the Raptors weren't a thing, should have then just kind of abandoned them. But the happening, sticking to his guns, saying, you know what, no, the Raptors are mine and I shall use them. Fawn Princess, she's back out. But maybe potentially, if these Korn Berserkers could turn the tide. And all these guys have got longer range capabilities, so then the happening's thinking about going melee against them. Which makes sense. Makes sense indeed. But there's just a lot of firepower. There's some horrors. Well, not sure why we were building horrors. Maybe just anticipating any Grey Knight vehicle stuff. But it seems, no, Korn Champ was going to build one type of unit and one type of unit only. And that is that. Korn Berserkers. A good shout. Oh, well, I like, you know, I mean, obviously he went for Pergators, but he's also gone for the Stormhawk, also gone for his Brotherhood champion as well. Grey Knight Librarian. Drive-buying those horrors. There we go. GG. That is that. So at the moment, it is 1 game to the Demon Hunters and 1 game to the Chaos Space Marines. So let's see who ultimately wins in the 3rd and final game. And here we are. This is game 3 and 1 Fatamorga again. Why, you ask? Well, because Fatamorga is the best map ever, and why play on different maps, you see? I mean, I say this, I could have got the games all mixed up. Maybe this was the first game, maybe this was the last game. I have no idea. But hey, we're going to go for 2 cultists this time, and a Chaos Temple from the happening, whereas Korn Champ is going to go for the standard that he is known for now, just the usual Grey Knight opening here for him. So, what's the plan then? You're going to go for a plasma generator. Is this just going to be more standard? Maybe it's going to be more Chaos Space Marine kind of thing. Maybe getting the Chaos Lord out. Nice. There we go. Chaos Lord out. Nice and early. Certainly worked for him in the previous game. So that's what makes me think I've got the game order correct. It seems that people are learning from their mistakes. I'm going to assume that I've got it correct. Because, I mean, when do I ever get anything wrong, eh? I mean, when was the last time I ever had some bad map awareness, right? I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm adapting. That being said, we are approaching our 2-year anniversary for this channel. At roundabouts, I think it's the 22nd of this month is when I uploaded the first Dawn of War game. On the old channel, mind you. I had a previous channel, but then I forgot the password for it, so I could not recover the old YouTube channel, so it's there somewhere in the ether. But yeah, I do believe this 22nd is the 2-year anniversary. I'm gonna even if it's not, that's gonna be my unofficial channel birthday anyway, because someone has to, remember it. And I can't, so I'm gonna just give it a new date or something. Either way, it's nothing too exciting going on. It's the exact same that we've seen before. It's all going to be about how this Chaos Lord is going to be used. It's also going to go for some regular old Chaos Space Marines. It's certainly a nice idea. I think, as well, also, I mean, if we can guess what Korn Champ is going to do, it's probably going to do the same thing as it did before, because why not? So, I mean, armory and some weapons. I mean, going to get to tier 2 to get those plasma guns out. The plasma guns will certainly help crack through the armor of the Purgator squads. And at least give the cultists some grenades as well, just because that knockback is always incredibly useful. But in saying that, maybe he's just playing the econ game at the moment. Already got this listing post upgraded. And while they're standing in range, Chaos Lord doesn't do a terrible amount of damage in the range department neither. Brotherhood Champion already been brought down to the yellow health. We'll see this listing post also been upgraded as well. Yeah, it seems that the Chaos Space Marines are playing the long game here. Making sure that they get their economy to sweet before anything else. And the cultists... Actually, if you charge those cultists in, force them to keep these guys on the move. Sure, the Grey Knights are a little bit tankier. But it doesn't take much to really break him down, especially when the Chaos Lord is knocking around. Looking for that decap. We'll see another squad of cultists going on down here. And hopefully, Happening is able to really punish him for this. Yeah, okay, they got the decap, but will it be worth losing so much? And the cults can just go back to capping. Mind you, only losing the Brotherhood champion. I'm going to get more Purgators and frag grenades and melter bombs. So grenades will really help them against the Chaos Space Marines. Knocking them over, doing a fair bit of damage. We're only rocking with one Grey Knight squad so far. We're not really seeing the money being spent all that wisely. I mean, Imperial Guard... Oh, so the Imperial Icon could be upgraded some more. Could be building some more plasma generators. Could be reinforcing. There we go. Yeah, I mean, with these guys having 10 in their green, 10 green for their reinforcement, we'll need to make sure that those plasma generators are up and running ASAP. Otherwise, we won't be able to really reinforce them, will you? Chaos Lord not quite been able to get any swipes off on them, but the Chaos Space Marines are able to follow up with their bolt guns, chasing them down. Second squad of Purgators, giving them the old flankaroonie. Now seeing this Imperial Icon being upgraded. So now it's time to go home, be a family man. There's no point chilling around over there when your force is so low. But you do have lots of things being upgraded, lots of generators on the go. Also tier 2 on the way as well. So Happening in a really strong position at the moment. Grey Knights a little bit behind. Even though they were able to play a bit more aggressively in the early game, I don't think that they're going to be too aggressive. At least that they should be that aggressive against this unit composition, just because that one Chaos Lord, the absolute bane of these Grey Knights. I mean, even when he's not in close combat, yeah, Brotherhood champions. A little bit wet around the ears. See more plasma generators Got quite a sizable amount of money as well. Is it going to be... Oh my goodness, it's deja vu. But then again, I mean, why change your build order? If one person is only going to build one type of unit all the way through most of the games, why would you build something else, you know? I mean, unit compositions are always extremely important to consider when playing Dawn of War. Any version of Dawn of War, really. After all, the more mono... Oh, how would one describe it? Mono... Mono compo, shall we call it? Yeah. Mono compositional, right? The more you build one type of unit, the easier it is to counter. Although, in saying that, we are going to see a Hell Talon rather than a Vindicator. So that's very interesting. Did not expect that. But I suppose you should always expect the unexpected. These guys are chilling around this listing post. Yeah, the Grey Knights, they're just not going to push through it. They're not going to get through it at all. They've got a third squad of Pegasus coming down. Will that make a difference? I don't know. I don't think so. Vehicle cap increase on the way. Another Hell Talon coming out. And I assume these guys are going to come down and harass things. That would be what my guess is. After all, the Grey Knights currently have got no Rhinos neither. So if any harassment happens in the base, it will take them a very long time to walk all the way back down. So Hell Talon's actually an ideal idea. Curse Lord's going to walk in, kill these boys. Space Marine's also doing more or less exactly the same. Ray's been thrown down on them there. And they've got 3 grenades that they can use actually, technically, so it will do a lot of damage to them. Breaking down that squad quite quickly. The Hell Talon coming in for support. Chaos Lord on his own now, on the ground at the very least. While that's going on, Hell Talon ready to serve, ready to swerve, only killing one Imperial Icon. Chaos Lord struggling there. He's in the yellow health now. There's only so many he can kill on his own, more or less. But in saying that, he's doing a good job of it. Sheer amount of dead Grey Knights surrounding him. Quite impressive. Second Hell Talon coming out. Or third in total, should I say it. And yeah, managing to clutch that victory. At least in that engagement at the very least. Got another Brotherhood champion coming out. We'll see if we can swipe away the cultists. I think there's a couple of swipes there. Oh, his Grey Knight's going to be slowly chased away all the way home. And with all these Hell Talons, they need some sort of anti-vehicle stuff. We don't have it. Do not have it. We go for squad cap increase. Architect as well. Do you need a squad cap increase if you're nowhere near your squad cap? I think Korn Champ is slowly but surely losing his mind. He's thinking, oh no, the Pegasus, they're not working. I've got to build a new unit. What should I go for? Is it going to be more Pegasus? Maybe, we'll see. The triple Hell Talons in the base. Going to be hell to get them out. Not going to build anything. You've got no money. That's the problem. So you're reinforcing things over here. Going to go for those Justicars, the side cannons. Doing a little bit of damage. Architect repairing this teleportarium, or Batalis best he can, but not quite getting there. Lonely Crystal Command Squad, melter guns, I imagine, just like the first game. Also got that psychic resets, Wrath of the Emperor, AoE damage ability. I do believe Lord Inquisitor. There we go, straight away for those metal guns. But by the time he comes out, they are about to lose absolutely everything in their side of the base. Not even quite getting that resets there. Yeah, I think the main issue with Korn Champ here is that he went for the exact same strategy that he did before. And Happening was able to anticipate that and basically get that Chaos Lord out that was so effective in the previous game. And just really roll with him. I mean, and if these guys just diversified their portfolio a little bit, if they had some melee units to support the Purgator squads, or even just say, you know what, right, we're just going to defend here, we're going to build up our economy, get into that all-important Tier 2 and Tier 3 for the Grey Knights, and just smash out a whole bunch of high-tier Grey Knight Terminators, some Dreadnoughts and stuff like that. That would have been amazing, but no, we are just seeing pure unbridled Purgators. And the Hell Talons haven't really got any more targets left because they've killed everything. So we're going to have to see us killing just more and more Hell Talons. Is that the plan?
Copy.
Is there a limit on Hell Talons? Or is it just an impressive fleet? I'm going to fire down here. Not sure why the Librarian's been summoned. Is that just so they're able to... Ah, yes, they can regain the metal guns. Fair play. The walls of metal guns are out. They're very, very strong, I might add. Hell Talons are going to retreat into the ether. Apologies. All this roof repairers got me a bit nicky-nacky nude.
Nice.
We're going to give it another go. Cultists. Well, no Psychons out. Psychons do a lot of damage. Especially against infantry. What's their plan now? Just to see if they can do something with what they have before the Force of the Chaos amassed too much of an army. We see some Possessed Marines. How's the Chaos Lord doing? Oh, you've almost regened all your health. Standing in all this blight, which increases health regen, I think. Or is it just moral regen? Who knows? Alright, it goes down. The Chaos Lord's like, right, okay, you want to go for another round? Let me show you how it's done. Possessed Marines, umming and ahhing about going in, but then deciding that was the best choice for them. The Chaos Lord, already been brought down to low health, needs to watch out, has been killed. So actually, here's the sullen mass of Grey Knights. Gonna pull through. Probably not. As while that's going on, pink horrors, well, green horrors should I say, and Helton is inside the base. Like I said before, they've got no Rhino. It's going to take them a very long time to walk all the way back down there. Must be incredibly frustrating for Korn Champ at the moment. But they can't really ignore this. This is too much. Oh dear, one volley from those horrors killed the Architect. I do believe that the Architect is considered a vehicle as well. Yes, it is. Very susceptible to the damage from the horror squads. Right, so on the way. How ironic that their HQ has been brought down low by demons. Probably not what was in the Imperial Tower for them. With the Hell Talon swooping on in. If they want to rebuild, they've got to get more Archivists. They can't get any more Archivists if these horrors are knocking around, or if these Helltons are knocking around, really. I'm going to attempt to build some all the same. As the horrors get wiped out one by one. Archivist is finished, he's now going to start repairing, I hope. There we go. Not for long there. Melter guns on the Lord Inquisitor squad might be able to shake him away. Oh dear, we just got more being summoned in. Oh, these are obliterators. That is not a good time for anyone able to change the damage output to suit the needs of any type of armour. Meltagun's been taken care of, and that is Inquisitor's Tower, more or less wiped out, and that is that. So, the Force of Chaos have came out victorious. Happening being able to learn from his opponent and be able to build up a strategy appropriate to take him out, which was quite nice. I think I've explained all that really needs to be explained throughout the game towards the end there, so will not bore your ears off by just repeating the same stuff. But yeah, cool. Thank you for sending it in. I can't remember who sent this in, whether it was Happening or Korn Champ, but thank you for sending in either way. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week, and there is also a Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure as always, never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.